My name is Danny Burke for theScore esports. One thing that we have in common with pro players is our love of skins. Sometimes though, skins can threaten the very competitive integrity of a game. The reasons for this can vary from the relatable to the quite frankly ridiculous. You'll see what I mean. These are the top 10 banned skins in esports. Starting off our list at number 10 is Elementalist Lux.
Fair warning, I'm testing the limits of my powers today.
Now, I haven't got a problem with this skin, except for the fact that it costs $25. The problem that pros have with it though, is that some of her animations just look way too similar.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't even know that was the Lux Q.
That's why that skin's banned in competitive.
What the fuck is that?
I've been playing League for quite a while now, and even I can't tell the difference between her bind and her slow, and I like knowing if I'm about to be stuck in place and getting a giant laser shoved down my throat. It's nice to know, you know? Taking number 9 on our list are all of CSGO's player skins, which were banned within days of being released.
This game! They need to fix it.
Operation Shattered Web gave CSGO players agent skins for their T and CT models for the first time ever. Now the problem is that those skins and many surfaces in CSGO blended together even better than ketchup and mayo. Yes, I have mixed those together, don't judge me. Anyway, it was almost impossible to see your enemies in certain spots on certain maps if they were using the agent skins.
When I first saw this, I saw a screenshot, something like this, and I was like, there's no way. It took me like 5 seconds to spot the guy. He blends in so well.
It became a bit of a meme back in November 2019 as players were getting killed by what essentially looked like walls.
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit clear. Grave clear. A little bit.
There's literally no one here. Well, yes there is. He looks like a flower pot. Dude, how can this be a thing?
ESL, ESEA and others had to either remove the Shattered Web skins from pro play or remove the pros themselves. They went with the skins. Good move. Coming in at number 8, we have our Mika's default costume. Now, I've never been banned from the public's eye for being too sexy, but that's exactly what happened at EVO 2016. At first, everything seemed fairly normal, with Fudo comfortably taking his first match.
Okay, traded.
The defense, he's got it. It should be the roundhouse. It's gonna be enough. Fudo, he moves on to winner's finals of EVO.
However, unbeknown to fans, Fudo received a message from the officials that there was a problem. He had to change his costume. ESPN was broadcasting the tournament, and Daddy Disney felt that Mika's bare butt was a little too hot for daytime TV, so they asked EVO's TOs to make Fudo switch skins. Now, they needed to grab a translator to tell him all that, which really makes me wonder, how do you say, bro, that costume is going to corrupt the youth of America in Japanese? Moving on to number 7 now, we have Gill's Pyron costume from Street Fighter V. In March 2020, the Capcom Pro Tour removed a whole bunch of costumes from competitive play that players have been complaining about for quite a while, and Gill's Pyron costume was one of the worst offenders.
This is probably one of the most distracting costumes in the whole game.
He had a heat distortion effect that rippled over him and made it impossible to consistently punish his buttons. His flames concealed his EX moves, and the fact that he was constantly on fire made it really hard to tell when characters like Dalsim and Poison actually lit him on fire. You'd think it couldn't get worse than this, but somehow it does. Coming in at number 6 now, we have Siege's Ember Rise skins. Just like CSGO's Shattered Web agent skins, these skins let Siege players go full Predator on certain parts of some maps, but somehow it got way worse.
You blend in with walls, and you don't know what operator you're playing against. And it's for like every character pretty much. There are 50, like, every character.
It didn't take long for players to start complaining about its visibility issues, and G2, then the best Siege team in the world, even went all in to make sure they had the competitive edge.
D2 gave us the money to buy the skin as a business expense because it was necessary to win.
Secure the bomb.
They paid us money to buy the Ember Rise skin.
Eventually, ESL brought the ban hammer down on Ember Rise. It only terrorized Pro League for about 6 weeks, but I'm sure it will stay with Pengu for a lot longer than that. Moving on to number 5 now, we have Sweet Tooth Soul from Smite. Yes, you heard it, Smite. The game you either forget to love or love to forget. By the way, it doesn't get talked about enough in my books. This skin may look too sweet to cause any harm, but don't let the bubbles fool you. In April 2020, Smite banned Sweet Tooth Soul because her visual effects, particle effects, and audio cues, everything about her basically was, and I quote, too intense.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
While the devs did eventually tone it down and unban her, the damage to many people's eardrums was already done. Next up at number 4 now, we have iBlitzcrank.
The time of man has come to an end.
This sleek skin quickly proved to be a fan favourite after its release in 2013. It kinda looks to me like if Apple made Steam golems. It all came down to his Q, Rocket Grab. The wire connecting Blitzcrank's arms to his body is considerably more difficult to see than in the base skin. It was already tilting enough when you get hit by it, but somehow Riot made it even worse.
However, many skins like iBlitzcrank did receive some updates but still have minor discrepancies that can't really be fully solved without completely changing the skin.
Next up at number 3, we have Magneto, King of Spain. That's Magneto, but not in the costume I want to talk about. You see, the Magneto King of Spain story goes way back to 2005 when Marvel used this portrait of King Juan Carlos of Spain as a design for the Master of Magnetism. Here's that comic depiction, and here's King Carlos's portrait. See the resemblance? Well, the monarchy certainly did, and decided to sue Marvel.
I sacrifice for mutant kind. Lawyers only sacrifice their dignity.
Fast forward to 2012, and Capcom tried to stick the same outfit into Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as a costume for Magneto. To the surprise of absolutely nobody, the royal family once again threatened legal action, and a costume was removed from the game.
The dream is dead.
Moving on to number 2, we have the frankly embarrassing saga of Nyx.
A swing from Laxing, but he's got 5 seconds to find the 3 remaining members of Disrupt, and he's not getting past that shotgun blast of Nyx at all, sitting on the diffuser.
Yes, he's a player. We'll get to the skins. Trust me. Nyx caused a real stir during Stage 1 of the Rainbow Six NAL when he broke the no skins rule not once, not twice, but 3 times. He played Buck, Mira, and Mute, and used banned operator skins each time.
Like, just don't have the skins on. I don't know, like once or twice, like, it makes sense, but like I'd be surprised if they were calling that many like out of the blue plays to where they had to like change skins. He was saying that like Casper the Friendly Ghost was on his PC changing everything, so.
Nyx's team lost the game, and he was quick to apologise on Twitter for the mistake, stating that his PC had loaded an old cloud save and somehow that made him use a bunch of illegal skins. Now, I believe him, but that does sound a bit like the dog ate my homework of esports excuses. And finally, taking the number 1 spot on our list, we have Justicar Syndra. Syndra's big balls of energy are usually purple. That's not a medical condition, that's how they're meant to be, but her Justicar Syndra skin changed things by making her magic orbs a translucent white colour.
See absolute control.
As cool as it looks, many players found the lighter orbs difficult to see, and if you can't keep track of her balls, you'd run the risk of being smashed to death by them.
Faker had laid down orbs. There's the ult onto Nagne now. Oh, and a nice
Faker with
stun.
the plays onto Nagne.
That is Faker.
While Riot has never officially banned this skin from pro play, it has been suspiciously absent for quite a while now, and many amateur leagues have publicly banned Justicar Syndra over the years. Well, there you have it, guys. There is something about banned skins that just sort of makes me want them even more, you know? Luckily, For me though, I'll never have to worry about that because I'm not a pro. That's just another reason why I chose not to be a pro. Yeah, chose. It was totally a choice because of the skins, yeah. And guys, if you made it to the end of the video, that means you can at least bear my British accent, which is probably a good thing. And even better news, there's more videos on the way. So please make sure you are subscribed, leave this video a like, and I'll see you all in the next one.